Welcome back, you nerds. Welcome to another Podcasting One Nerdy. You're with that nerd ADC and Brandon 2K.
What up, nerds?
First story of the night. James Gunn states that Tom King will be an important part of the new DCU. Tom King's not a bad guy to use the source material. Wonder Woman 1984, everybody.
I mean, if you're going to use the right source material, you got to have someone who's an expert on the source material, and including Jim Lee in it also helps tremendously on all fronts. James Gunn hasn't made very many bad moves. I got to give the man his props. I gave him a lot of flack to start off his whole career with this, and he's been really. It's been really interesting to see what he's doing with it, because it seems like that's all we've been talking about the past couple of episodes. Is James Gunn making another slam dunk?
What I'm saying is Christopher Nolan here, guys. So Christopher Nolan states that Zack Snyder is the Godfather of modern superhero movies. What cookbook are you reading from, Christopher Nolan?
Walter White's cookbook. Walter White's cookbook. Straight Breaking Bad, Blue, Crystal, Santa Fe, New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Don't get me wrong. I am not a blind Zack Snyder hater. I don't dislike his movies. I don't like them. I'm kind of like one of those people.
He fully has a reason, apparently.
Yeah.
Stop it, Christopher Nolan. Whatever you're smoking, whatever you're doing, Zack Snyder to Adrian is not the Godfather of superhero movies. I happen to be okay with this because, like, I had a lot of Godfathers growing up, so, like, he's in the conversation. He's in the conversation a little bit.
But you're getting at what I'm saying here. Like, to say the Godfather.
I would say, no, he's not that.
There's so many things wrong. I am about to totally just
I'm telling you. Give me the biggest zinger you got on Zack Snyder right now. I want to hear from a true DC fanboy.
Am I wrong? Martha. Okay. Why'd you say that name? No, just no. Zack Snyder states he has no interest in superhero movies.
He's too good of a director to do the comic book movies anymore. It's okay. It's all good.
Peter Safran says
he did it. He did it. It's all right. Duh. This is like wrestling and The Rock. Duh. This is like wrestling and The Rock. Like where have you been, sir? Are you okay? Blink twice to say yes. Blink once if no. Red carpet, like literally red carpet. I don't think I've seen him do anything outside of red carpet or with some kind of promo background.
This is a bombshell. Let me read that again, guys. Matt Reeves' Arkham TV series will take place in the DCU. And he mentioned how he put the Arkham series in the same talk as the Penguin series. How they're going to bridge the gap between the Batman and the Batman 2. So recently on Threads, because James Gunn can't get off social media.
He cannot.
So you're saying Robert Pattinson is part of your DCU, and James Gunn's like, no, that's not what I said. I said the Arkham series is part of the DCU.
I think you're the same. Or he maybe had something written and he loved it. Maybe it's going to be interesting to see what happens with it, because there's a lot of different ways you can go. And who's all there already and who hasn't quite been placed there. It all kind of establishes a timeline just based on what's going on in Arkham, even though it's basically a completely separate entity. It's kind of like the Shadow Realm. That's a great way to say, hey, we're in an established direction. Literally, based on who's in Arkham, you're establishing a timeline for Batman. You're establishing how long he's been at it, and then also you're seeing what he's been through, technically, depending on how many times Joker's been in there.
See it like going on what I said about creating the lore. So going on what you're saying there,
yep.
You could have Jonathan Crane in there, right? From a villain's perspective, and they're all basically sharing their war stories with Batman. And at the very on the very last episode, if it's not going to go more than one season, or the very last season, I could see them doing something like that, and that would, like you said, very much bridge the gap between Arkham and Brave and the Bold. If it's just like you're just building on that lore, you have Jonathan Crane, Hugo Strange, Riddler, whoever, talking about Batman, talking about this entity, talking about Bruce, and they name dropping Bruce and Batman all over the place, right?
Especially if they can keep it a secret.
Yeah.
Especially if they keep it a secret. People will tune in like crazy.
So I could see them, if I was James Gunn, I would be thinking on the lines of that. Not only creating a good show, but using it as a marketing thing for Brave and the Bold. So there's a rumor out there that Iron Fist is to make his MCU debut in the next Black Panther movie, Black Panther Eyes of Wakanda, which I'm not sure even how I feel.
Stupid name.
Yeah, I don't really like.
Well, I'll say what everyone thinks when they hear that. Stupid name.
So, but Iron Fist.
There's not just one Marvel superhero team. Like Bucky solos him. Like, and if you don't beat Bucky, you don't get in the club. That's basically how that goes. I'm sorry. So Iron Fist is like the Krillin, guys. Is like the Krillin of all. He's not even the strongest member of his team. Like a Chitauri army kills him. It's cheapening the hero. It's like having a bodybuilding competition, and one guy is 6'3", 210 pounds, the other guy is 5'3" and 105.
But because we don't truly know who Black Panther is right now. So
it also means it's a recast. Shuri kind of just walks off into the sunset, and we get T'Challa Jr. Possible.
You bring him through the multiverse or something stupid like that too. Like, and
also
like,
true. Yeah,
you can age him up that way. Another interesting rumor: Ryan Gosling apparently going to become part of the MCU.
Doesn't WB have an exclusive contract with him? Don't they love signing those?
I was about to ask you, who would you have him play?
Maybe Johnny Blaze. Like, right. Maybe.
They kind of need talent now. I mean, they're losing talent. So,
get younger people, get people who will stick around, get people who won't cost an arm and leg, make the dang movies.
To me, Logan was a good send-off for him. And then he came back and did the Multiverse of Madness. And I felt kind of like cheapened it a little bit in my mind. Especially how easily he was punked out. Like,
come back is what I'm hearing you say. To reconcile that.
True, or you could just stay away. And I'm not saying that like anything against Patrick Stewart. I just feel like it's done.
Logan, aka Mr. Jackman, back for Deadpool 3. It's never over, my guy. These characters are timeless, and they did such a good job over at Fox. Such a good job with the X-Men movies. That's when you say Professor Charles Xavier, what pops into your brain?
So no, I get why they would want him, and I get why it would make sense. I just don't know. I'm just hoping they have something really, really good planned for him.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I feel like Multiverse of Madness was not a good reason to bring him back. What do you have for Video Game Corner for this week, if anything?
Oh, man. Okay, so the big news is, yes, WWE 2K, NBA 2K, 22 servers are shutting down. I understand the cost associated with server maintenance. I get that. So I understand why they shut it down, and I understand why they're going to continue shutting them down every 2 years from now on. I would have made a big announcement for it and let people get their last, goodbyes in real quick with their characters. You would have looked a little bit better rather than just like, hey, we're shutting them down.
Red Dead is doing the same thing, right? Red Dead 2, they're shutting down their servers, their online servers.
Yep.
So, time to pay them bills, man. So we have two lovely sponsors. If you want to save $10 off a paid plan, click our link in the description and check out through our link, and you'll save $10. You'll get $10 credit on your account.
That's right. Boom. Apex Energy. the no foot fungus aftertaste beverage. It's so amazing. I love to throw it in a 40-ounce Sprite. I'll throw a scoop and a half in there and drink that to make it a caffeinated Sprite, and it's so good. The flavors like Bomb Pop, cherry limeade, citrus blast. It's so good.